So, so something struck me last week. I was at a conference for iOS developers called One More Thing. Awesome conference, and you should check it out. Um, I was preparing a little talk on Swift packages, which is not unlike what you might have in a JavaScript or a Java project where you have imports, you have modules that are third party that you want to inject inside your app, right? So I was kind of thinking about it then. It's like, the more we add to or we add more of these packages in our apps, we kind of are fundamentally, as they would say in Jurassic Park world, we're fundamentally shifting the DNA, right? Um, our apps kind of start to be unrecognizable a little bit on the DNA side. The foundation for some of these things, we're not fully familiar with all the things that some of these open source libraries are doing behind the scenes and whatnot, but we do know that they work, right? And I just realized how far we've kind of shifted from being very precise and knowing every little thing that goes in our apps to kind of the trade-off being about speed, right? Which is okay too, because you're putting things in people's hands. Now, each one of these packages, I want to give some merit to the engineers, right? Each one of these packages is somebody's weekend project. It's their one more commit before bedtime type of project. And also too, they decided that they were going to build something small and share it with the world. Many of these probably weren't built with scale in mind, but you have Fortune 500 companies using open source software in some of their most prestigious apps, which is pretty cool too. So the bragging rights are way up there. Now, back in the days when I first got started, the virtue was build something very small and precise or useful and then share it with the world. Now, my little rant here it isn't a case against open source software at all. It's not even a call to build everything from scratch, but it's just an observation. The more dependencies we pull in, the less we will possibly know about the software that we're building, that we're actually shipping. And these days, with AI, while AI is great at kind of accelerating the pace of our code generation, someday we're going to be forced to take a second look, especially around security, right? Because, as I mentioned, this is a weekend project for someone, or it may be supported by the community, which is always awesome. But, the more we do that, we have no choice but to kind of get back to the fundamentals at one point and maybe write more of our code and less of that stuff once we figure out the meat of that module and what we actually need it for. And maybe that's just how things will evolve for every language, right? Java has been really successful at, harboring a huge community of developers. Maybe that's just the way things will be. As always, these are strong opinions, but they're loosely held. What do you think? I'd love to hear it. Throw some comments down in the comment section. But, should we at some point as product builders have a point of reflection where we look at the imports that we're using, the modules, the libraries, the packages, and reevaluate whether we need them? What do you guys do? I want to hear it in the comments as well. As always, these are strong opinions, loosely held. Like and subscribe as the usual YouTubers and content creators say, and thank you so much.